going to get into Illinois. Illinois went 8-4 overall, 5-4 in conference play. They lost the ReliaQuest Bowl to Mississippi State. Couple nuggets I have: they lost Tommy DeVito to the NFL. They lost Chase Brown to the NFL draft to the Bengals, unfortunately, because that's one of my I'm a Ravens fan, so sucks to see him there. I really like Chase Brown. They lost 3 pieces off that secondary, and Devin Witherspoon to the Seahawks. Sidney Brown, which is Chase Brown's brother, and Jatavius Martin. So three pieces off of a great secondary, one of the best secondaries in my opinion in the country. They have John Paddock, a transfer from Ball State. Isaiah Williams returns at wide receiver. And they have them last year, just speaking on the pieces they lost on defense, they were number 3 in total defense from in 2022, number 1 in picks, and number 1 in scoring defense. So I'm going to have Coach give us little nuggets about Illinois.
So, I'm from Illinois, actually. And it's funny because I'm a Michigan fan. And that's because, one thing I never felt the strength of those teams in Illinois, between Illinois and Northwestern. I just feel like they've always been the backburners of the Big Ten. It looked good at some moments. Even when they had Lovie Smith, I thought Illinois was going to really do something, and they ended up firing him after a couple seasons. So it's just, I don't know. I don't know. I think they honestly is just that team in the Big Ten that big brothers just get to beat up on them. I don't have them doing much this year. One nugget I noticed looking at their roster, man, they don't have that many seniors for this season. I think they only have like 3, maybe 4 seniors on offense, and I think one of them was on the offensive line, and of course, one's the quarterback and one's the wide receiver. And then I think they only have 2 or 3, maybe 4 notable seniors on defense. So these juniors are going to have to play like dogs in this Big Ten for them to do anything. But right now, just looking at it off raw paper, I kind of got them looking at the schedule 7-6, and I think they could actually drop just depending on. Again,
save your schedule prediction. Save your prediction. We're gonna get into that.
Yeah.
All right. So next, all right, we're gonna go to Mr. Ty.
Well, my nuggets I got on them is that they lost their defensive coordinator, which is gonna hurt because they were a top defense last year. Also, they got a transfer quarterback, Altmaier from Ole Miss. I haven't seen much of him, so it might be good, might be bad. Don't know really.
So all right, so go ahead, Trent.
Yeah,
my bad. Was you finished, Ty?
No, that's all.
I'll go ahead, Trent.
I like this Illinois football team this year. I think they overperformed last year, and I think they're probably going to stay around standard this year. I agree with Coach. I could see 7. I actually have them at 8, but we'll save that. One nugget is Jerzon Newton, their defensive lineman. He'll be a first-round draft pick. So just a name to watch in the Big Ten. He's probably best defensive player in the conference that doesn't go to Ohio State.
Cool. So a little bit more about Illinois. They have Jim Leonard, who joined from Wisconsin, who was Wisconsin defensive coordinator for a couple years and was actually the interim head coach once they lost their head coach, which I'm blanking on his name right now. So sorry. Scott Frost was Nebraska. I'm blanking on Wisconsin's coach. Forgive me. But once he got fired, Jim Leonard stepped in. Now he's a senior defensive analyst at Illinois. Illinois, again, had a 8-4 record. Great defense. Their problem was offense. They were 95th in scoring offense last year. Again, problem. But this year they come in with the 54th overall recruiting class, which is middle of the pack. So now we're going to get into our schedule prediction. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to say a team. We're just going to give a W or L, okay? So first game, at home versus Toledo. Shout out Daquan Finn, a nice MAC quarterback, but give me Illinois in that one. We're going to go in order. So, Coach, you're on mute, Coach.
Illinois.
Ty?
Dub.
Trent?
Illinois.
Cool. So next we have at Kansas. Kansas bringing back Jalen Daniels, who we'll talk about later on down the line, our Big 12 preview. I will take Kansas in this one. Give me Kansas at home. Coach?
Yeah, I think I have Kansas as well.
Ty?
Yep, got Kansas also.
And Trent?
I'll take Illinois.
Okay, cool. So Trent's the lone wolf there. So now we have Penn State at home to start Big Ten play, and I'm going to give the W to Penn State. Go ahead, Coach.
Penn State.
Penn State.
Penn State.
Didn't even have to ask y'all. Cool. We're gonna move on to FAU. We go back to non-conference. Give me Illinois versus FAU. Go ahead, Coach.
Illinois.
Go ahead, Ty.
Dub.
Illinois.
Yes, sir. Back to Big Ten play. We have at Purdue. I have Purdue taking this one. Go ahead, Coach.
Same thing. I got Purdue winning this one.
Ty
Purdue.
and Trent.
Illinois.
Okay. Trent, it seems to be pretty high on Illinois. Then we go to back at home versus Nebraska, which we'll talk about later on down the line as well. I have Illinois taking a loss. Go ahead, Coach.
Illinois taking the L.
Nebraska. What the world?
Illinois.
Okay. All right. So I'm gonna just go a little bit into this one why I think Nebraska will win, even though they're on the road. I think Matt Rule is just a great college coach. I think he turns around Nebraska quick, fast. Nebraska is not a school that's really hard to turn around if you know what you're doing, and Matt Rule knows what he's doing. At Maryland, I'm going to actually give Illinois the win at Maryland. Go ahead, Coach.
And I was on the fence for this one, so
Trust me, I was too.
this might, because this is the one that might sway my 7-6, 8-5, but I think I'm gonna go Maryland on this one. There's something about Maryland this year. I think they're gonna be a little bit tougher. So I think I'm gonna go Maryland in this one.
All right, Ty
Illinois.
and Trent.
I agree with Coach. I think Maryland at home is where Illinois slips up for their second loss in the Big Ten.
Hey, look, I think it's a toss-up for sure. I think Illinois can get it done because of Maryland's. I know last year Maryland was more so running screen game. If Illinois can game plan for that, hey, look, it's going to be a long night for Talia. And to Wisconsin, we have at the crib versus Wisconsin. I have Wisconsin winning that one. Go ahead, Coach.
Wisconsin.
Illinois.
I have Wisconsin, Illinois losing back-to-back.
Yes, sir. And at Minnesota, who seems to be in the news for a little bit of trouble. And at Minnesota, before the reason of PJ Fleck maybe being a little hot water, I have Illinois taking a W.
Illinois taking the W.
Illinois.
Illinois.
Cool. Then we go to Indiana. Indiana we'll talk about next, I believe. And I have Illinois taking the W versus Indiana. Coach. You got to repeat it, Coach.
How many losses we at right now? 3?
I am currently at
3 or 4?
I'm at 4 currently. No, 5.
I'm at 3.
I'm at 5.
I'm at 3. I'm at 3 with Trent. And this is a tough one. If they hold on to the record coming into this game against Indiana, I think I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and give Illinois this one.
Illinois.
Right, and
I'll
Trent.
give Illinois as well.
All right, then we go to at Iowa. At Iowa, where I have Illinois taking its final L of the season. Go ahead, Coach.
Illinois taking the L.
Illinois winning.
And Trent.
I have Illinois losing to go 5-4 in the Big Ten.
All right, and our last Big Ten game, Illinois finishes the season versus Northwestern, interstate battle, but Northwestern is going through a terrible amount of scrutiny right now. So I have Illinois taking the W. Go ahead, Coach.
Same here. Virtually only because of the scrutiny is going to damage this team right now. So yeah, they're gonna take a lot of bad L's. But yeah, this is gonna be one of them.
Go ahead, Ty. And Trent.
Illinois.
All right, so my final Illinois preview, I have Illinois bowl eligible at 6-6, 4-5 in Big Ten play. Yeah, so a drop from last year, but again, you lose so many pieces in that secondary. I mean, it's hard to rebuild that great of a secondary. That's in college, especially for Illinois, that's happening once every 10, 15 years. So 6-6 is not bad for a year after last year. Go ahead, Coach, give us your final record.
Well, I had them at 7-6, but after going through the schedule with you guys, I think I only have them at 3 or 4 losses now. So I can see a 9-4, 8. Yeah, I can see that.
12 games, Coach.
Is it 12?
Yeah, it's 12. It's
So,
13 only if you go to the Big Ten.
That's right.
And then we have Ty. What's your final record?
I got them 8-4 and 6-3 in division.
Okay, and Trent.
I have 8-4, finishing 3rd, and 5-4 in the division.
So they got them. They're higher on Illinois than me. So we'll see about that.
Thank you for staying to the end. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like this video, subscribe, And also hit that notification button so you can be notified next time we put out a video. If you're listening on any podcast platform, subscribe and hit that notification button, y'all, so you can be notified we put out another podcast audio. And last but not least, hit that share button. No matter what you're listening to or watching it, hit that share button and send it to somebody that you know that would love to watch this episode you just listened to. So once again, thank you for staying to the end, and we'll see y'all at the next episode.